Way back in episode 122, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, we discussed how you could get hold of your files in the cloud. As you can see, I've got the public service announcements up. But let's now get rid of that and have a look at this. Because at the time I had not packaged Dropbox Uploader, which I have now done, and it's up there under CLI Utilities. That stretches the definition of utilities that I use a little bit. Should have been in, doesn't matter, it's there now. And there it is in its SourceForce repository. And so you install it like any other H package, and then you just follow the instructions. It's a bit involved, but keep your wits about you. You'll end up here, and there you can see edit content of Dropbox, blah 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 blah, only within the apps uploader classroom folder. And so this is the one decision you need to make. Do you allow this application? It's just a bash script, but to Dropbox, it's an application. Do you allow it to access all of your Dropbox file or just this specific folder? Convenience says allow it all of your files. A little bit of security mindedness says let's not do that just yet. Okay. So apart from this uploader script, I've got Photopea and I've got Dropbox itself, which are the only other applications I allow access to my Dropbox account. So, only within the apps uploader CLA-SQM folder. Let's see if we can find that. And of course we can. That was a rhetorical question. And this is the wrong one. Let me just find it. There we go. Right, so this is on my non-Haiku computer, where I actually have an official Dropbox running. This is the way it stands now. I just threw some random files in there just to have something to play with. Okay, we'll be coming back to this later. But now let's find the other clip. And you will see that this is not in fact as easy as one might think. Okay, let's play the clip. Sorry about that. Right, so Dropbox uploader.sh. Right, and without any parameters, it gives you the help. Right, we're going to list the files. And there are the files. Do I need to show them again or are you going to take my word for it? Right, I think the next thing we did was download something. Make a bit of space there. Yeah, we're going to download a file. Very intelligent. I am downloading a file without any spaces in the name, but I'm putting it in quotation marks anyway. Real belt and suspenders approach. And it's done. And there it is. To whatever directory you were in when you evoked the droploader.sh, right, which in this case was the desktop. All right, and this is where I now get confused, because I wanted to do the things the other way around. I wanted to move from my local file from my local machine to Dropbox. And because I now have this Dropbox mentality in my head, first we're going to make a directory. Okay, that works. I think it worked the first time. Right, at least there we have spaces to justify the quotation marks. Okay, that's done. And we're probably going to list that to see if that directory has been made. And yes, right on top. See, it's got a D to it. So that's a directory. Right, and this is where my shame begins. I've just downloaded the file. Obviously, if you want to do it the other way around, the word is upload, not move. I'm wondering, should I cut this out? Or should I share my shame with you? Ah, well, we're all friends here, right? We're fellow Haikubians, Haikonauts, Haikuers. We're the Haikuza. We've been having a debate about that. Okay, error message 1, and I say, what am I doing wrong? Anyway, There's something wrong here. Check the and don't see the obvious problem. Uh-oh. Oh, worse and worse. This is not even a complete instruction. It's just waiting to be completed. How far are we from the end? Should I advance it a bit, or are you having too much fun watching me make an idiot of myself here? Yeah, it's done, but all that did is move the file on the remote repository to the directory. Right, at least we got that much done. Right, so now I'm trying to move this clip to Dropbox. Some error occurred. Yeah. You think. And of course, when an error occurs, what does the intrepid programmer do? Doubles down on the error. Swears at the computer. And what's this? Yes! The light bulb went on. Bing! Okay, so this is a big file. It's about 30 megs, so we are not going to sit around for a whole minute. Watching that go. Instead, we're going to find that other screenshot, and there we go. And you can see that a minute later, clip1.mpg had been moved to Dropbox and had been downloaded on my other computer. And there is the directory we created, and there is now a file in it that we copied from, I think we moved from around here. So, Dropbox Uploader works. Hasn't been updated for a while because it just keeps working. Why mess with perfection? However, I can see how you could create a front end for it. Would you like to see a front end for this CLI application? The little gears in my head are moving and I can see how this could be done. It still won't be a full syncing solution, but yeah, could be made to work. So let me know. Would that be worthwhile to have? Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.